Do you ever think about how you can continue to live this destructive lifestyle?
You know, I often ask myself the same question, Dr. Perez. How can I do this? How can I continue to live this destructive lifestyle? But then suddenly, something inside me says, for a very, very long time. After all, that's why God made me successful, right? Pay for the privileges, the women, bookies, the $200 bottles of scotch, coke.
You call those privileges.
Well, you call them destructive.
Do you think it's God's voice that speaks to you or your conscience?
You know, it's the same voice that says that it pays for even my overpriced priest of a therapist. But you know, some days I say to myself, God, my therapist is so fucking hot. I mean,
Is that why you think you're successful, to pay for the privileges?
Well, that's why I make the big bucks, right? It's about redemption, the cover-up, the emotional quip.
Is that why you think God exists?
You're Latino. I'm assuming you're probably religious, but God is a funny dude, funny concept. You know, I never understood the whole salvation thing.
What is it about salvation that you are trying to understand?
Sacrifice. How some people get to choose who gets sacrificed. God gives his only begotten son. He sacrifices his son for the well-being of the greater good. I mean, who does that? Seriously, I mean,
You seem to know a lot about religion, about God.
my father, he was such a great preacher.
He taught you about the Bible. Why God chose to sacrifice Jesus?
You know, sometimes I feel like Jesus.
Like Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus.
Why?
Because my father sacrificed me for the greater good, for his greater good. So his flock could be saved.
Why did your father sacrifice you?
So they wouldn't have to see what real fucking evil was. And because of that, I paid the price. I laid on the cross and got nailed on it, but I had it worse than Jesus. Jesus had it good.
How were you worse?
Because I didn't resurrect. I descended. I kept the fight. I went into hell and showed them what I was made of. I picked up my cross every single night and got nailed on it.
Did you ever tell your father how you felt?
If my father were to hear me now, he'd roll over in his grave.
Are you angry with your father?
I loved my father.
I don't question your love. You said your father sacrificed you. How?
I don't know why he would sacrifice me instead of him. Why he didn't love me the way he loved his flock. Why he didn't sacrifice them instead of me.
Do you feel like he chose them over you?
You know, I just want to know why he didn't protect me. Like he loved them. Like he loved her.
Is her your mother? Nick, do you want to tell me what happened?
What happened, Dr. Perez, is that some people are born to resurrect. And some people, they're born to live hell on earth.